Hello and welcome to another classic WoW video. Today we are looking at 5 different farming locations out in the open world that are really good for gold making. Some of these spots will be highly dependent on auction house prices, so make sure you check the price of certain items on your server's auction house before deciding which one to go for. It's also important to understand that some of these spots might be highly contested on any server, but especially high or full servers and PvP servers where people are grinding honor. If you are planning to test out some of these spots, I would recommend doing so at a weird hour like very early in the morning or in the middle of the night for less competition for mobs. I should also mention that I'll be giving away a WoW token this month on my Discord channel, so if you want to win a WoW token, make sure to join the Discord through the link in the description. I should also mention that this video is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN is a fantastic VPN that provides you with everything you need to keep your stuff private online. It's also an excellent way to set your IP to a different country to watch country-restricted content or to play on other regions' servers. If you want to ensure your privacy and safety while browsing online, I would definitely recommend using NordVPN. By using my link in the description, you can also save a massive 84% off your purchase. So check out the link in the description, and a massive thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. I will be judging the gold farms mostly based on gold per hour, but also consistency and competition. Farm number 1 takes place in Fellwood and is one I've kinda covered before, but this time we'll get more into specifics. And we're actually combining 2 farms into one because they're very close together, and if you kill mobs fast enough you can actually make some profit by running in between the 2. So for this farm we need to head on over to Fellwood. Over here we'll be farming toxic horrors, the water elementals north in Fellwood. The main item you're looking for here is the essence of water, everything else is pretty much useless and vendor items. The farm we're combining this farm with, however, takes place in the Jadefire Run, which is west in Fellwood or northwest or midwest, whatever you want to call it. Over here you'll be farming Fellcloth, Runecloth, World Greens and potential World Epics plus other goodies. You can also combine these farms with the Fire Elementals right south of the Toxic Horrors as well, if Elemental Fire or Essence of Fire sells well on your servers. But from my experience, I get more steady gold per hour by combining the water elementals with the satyrs, because of vendor drops and runecloth from the satyrs. Just from random vendor drops like grey weapons, grey armor and runes, I net about 10 gold per hour, and I usually get a couple of gold worth of runecloth, some fellcloth, and about 20 to 30 gold worth of essence of water as well. All that added together I get about 40 to 60 gold per hour based on RNG. These prices are based on 0 to no competition in the farming area. Prices will also fluctuate depending on which class you play, and in my experience, mage, warlocks and hunters have an advantage in pretty much all the farm. Mages because they can pull a ton of mobs and AoE them down, and hunters and warlocks because they can constant chain pull and keep their pets on aggressive mode. Now this next spot is very auction house dependent, as we'll be farming for golden pearls. The spot I like to use for this is in Feralas, and it's on the Naga Island to the west. You'll be killing hate crest Nagas in a cave, and there are tons of them here, so you'll never run out of mobs to kill. Mages, hunters and warlocks are great here since you can kill a ton of mobs per hour, but really any class can do this with high efficiency. There are multiple other places you can farm golden pearls, but this is the one I like the most because it's in a fairly laid-off zone. There's not much going on in Feralas except for questing, and it's on an island that is kind of a hassle to get to, meaning the chances of someone coming to see if the farm is free will be smaller because it's a long trip just to check if it's available. On my server last week, golden pearls were at 50 gold each, and now they're at 40 gold each. How much gold per hour you end up getting here is very RNG dependent, since 95% of your gold will come from golden pearls. You will probably end up getting 5 gold per hour from raw gold drops and random vendor loot as well, between 5 to 10 gold, and in my experience you'll also end up getting, on average, 1 golden pearl per hour, if you have the spot entirely to yourself. Sometimes you get 0, sometimes you get 2 or 3 per hour, but it all averages out to roughly 1 per hour, at least in my experience. So for a more specific gold per hour, simply check what the golden pearl goes for on your server, and add 5 to 10 gold to that, and you got your average gold per hour from this farm. This footage right here is from Brian7474, and it's his video that made me aware of this farming location. Before this I have been farming murlocs and nagas in other zones to farm golden pearls, but this one seems way better both in terms of kills per hour, and there seems to be less competition for mobs over here. For a full overview on this farm as well as Brian's point of view and comments on it, check out this video, which is linked in the description under video resources. Next up is Ironjaw Basilisks in Stranglethorn Vale. Just southeast you'll find a cave called the Crystal Vein Mine. If you have this spot entirely to yourself, you can expect 20 to 30 gold per hour just from raw vendor value, and even more if you have skinning and mining, since you can skin the basilisks and you can find mining veins inside the cave. This is a great farm for any class because the basilisks are so low level because it's in a low level zone. Anyone from level 35 plus or probably 40 plus can farm gold here, but the higher level you are and the more gear you have, the faster you will kill mobs and the more gold per hour you'll get. Additionally, this gold farm is very lucrative because once again it's in a low level zone, and not many people will know about it unless they have watched videos such as this one online, since it's not a very obvious good gold farm when you look at it from the outside. You can also hit the jackpot and get some world epics or blues that can sell for quite a bit. One item to mention here is the Staff of Jordan, which you might get if you farm here a lot and if you're very lucky. Oh, and you can also find chest spawns inside the cave, so there's some additional gold to be made there. Number 4 is Earth Elementals. For this farm you actually have 2 options and you can pick the one you fancy. One takes place in Arathi Highlands and the other one takes place in Badlands. You'll be killing Earth Elementals and the loot you're looking for is Elemental Earth. Plus you'll also find some stones which you can either throw in the auction house or flip by using engineering or blacksmithing. My recommendations is crafting elemental sharpening stones and selling those, but check out the prices on your server and make a decision based on that. You'll also be obtaining quite a few vendor items and make some raw gold that way, but your main gold making item will be the Elemental Earth. The last farm for today is actually a farm that doesn't involve any mobs whatsoever, and it's the Ashara Elemental Pool Fishing. I talked about this before in an earlier video, but it's still a really good gold making method, because Essence of Water is in high demand and is very expensive on most servers. With perfect luck you can actually get 4 essences from one elemental pool. However, I have found the average to be about 1.5 essence per pool. If you can get the entire ocean or the entire pool to yourself and not get killed or interrupted once by the enemy faction, you can actually pull 10 plus essences per hour. However, you should expect some competition on this spot. For the best efficiency and least competition, do this at night time, or place your main here and log on it like once every hour while leveling your alt just to see if a pool is free. That is a great way to earn some extra gold every day while doing other things. If you already have 2 level 60s, you can farm gold on one character, and once every hour or so you log on to your other level 60 and see if any pool is up, and then fish up an essence or 2, and go back to gold farming on your other character. You do need quite a high fishing skill in order to do this, and you also want to be as high level as possible, because there are mobs nearby that might attack you if you're not high enough level to skip them. So my advice is to level up fishing and be level 60. For a more detailed look on this fishing spot, feel free to check out Murgle's video, which is linked in the description. This footage is also from that video. So there it is, my personal top 5 gold farms in the open world video based on my experience when it comes to efficiency, gold per hour and competition. I do hope that this gave you a couple of ideas of where to farm that might be useful now that battlegrounds are coming out, and there might be less competition in the open world, so more farms will be free. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it gave you some ideas about where to go to obtain some gold. If you did enjoy the video, please give that like button a high 5, slap the subscribe button and ring the bell. Make sure you leave a comment what you want the next video to be, and click on the video to the left to watch some secret gold making methods in Classic WoW, or click the video on the right to watch my new gold making in Classic WoW and Battle for Azeroth series, where we covered different gold making methods in both versions of the game. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.